What do we got to grumble about tonight? We ain't grumbled in a while. We keep top shelf grumbling. We need to be grumbling around here. We're going to be top shelf grumbling. Welcome to the Top Shelf Grumbling Podcast with Dan the Don Walls. This episode is brought to you by our sponsors. Lawn Hub for all your lawn care needs. Price Cutter, the best meat in town. Russell Motors, go see Austin. He's got what you need. Butcher Block Restaurant, voted Best Biscuit and Best Breakfast 2025. Available wherever you get your podcasts, coming to you from the Wilder Fitness Studio. Presenting a Where You Media production, this is Top Shelf Grumbling. All right, guys, we're back here with a Top Shelf Grumbling episode. I think it's number 56. Lots and lots and lots of episodes.
Yes.
Anyway, this episode here is brought to you by our title sponsor, Mr. Drew Chapman with Patty Turk Properties. You can give him a call at 662-317-1331 for any of your real estate needs. We appreciate Drew for being a sponsor of this show. We're going to get back to our roots. This is Top Shelf Grumbling, and the Don's got some grumbling to do right now.
I'm sick of Nick Saban. I've had enough of him.
Done.
Well, I've had enough of mainly Bama fans. Oh, let's make him the commissioner of college football, and they're acting like it's some like universal 95% of people are clamoring for this when literally nobody is other than damn delusional Bama fans. I mean, he going all the way back to when Kiffin was talking about leaving. Saban said, well, in some off-cuff interview, if they already given you everything you want, basically, why would you leave? And then all of a sudden he does a complete 180 and he should be able to coach in the playoff.
Yeah.
Okay, and I've said this, and a lot of us had some pushback on this from Ole Miss fans. I mean, LSU is a better job. It's easier to win there. It's also easier to get fired there. Mm-hmm. But, making an argument that he should have been able to coach in the playoff is just a bridge too far. It's delusional.
I would say anybody can make that argument from outside of where that situation was. Every single person who's outside the situation would say, oh, yeah, let him play. Your team, nobody's letting him play. It's just, coach, I'm sorry. But, no, that's a bridge too far, correct.
And they tried to play. Well, the players voted, which that was proven to be never happened.
That was false.
But anyway, going back to that, Saban's just been on my nerves. He's on College Game Day now, and although, like I said, a bunch of those game day talking heads sat up there and made a case for Lane to be able to coach in the playoff.
And all represented by the same people.
All represented by CAA, whatever it is, Jimmy Sexton, who knows where all the bodies are buried and pretty much can make anybody that's ever worked for him do what he wants them to, or else, basically.
Jimmy Hoffa? He knows what Jimmy Hoffa is?
He may be. He's under MetLife Stadium.
MetLife Stadium, for sure.
But just Saban quit, and at the time, he was not planning on retiring.
No.
And then they had a few top players he thought they had agreed to contracts with, came back. It was we need a little more money. He just kind of threw his hands up and quit.
Yeah.
It's just insane. Does he think, how dumb does he think everybody is? Saban and them the only ones for years that could cheat and get away with it. I don't know how they got away with it. I don't know why the NCAA always let them skate. But
well, they have a saying in government as well that, absolute power corrupts absolutely. At some point in time, Nick Saban, Tiger Woods, Phil Mickelson, I'm not saying this all, I'm not saying that he's had any off-the-hill issues like that, but when you start believing your own hype,
reading your own press
clippings and seeing yourself on game day and your nicely just from end hair,
nicely fresh hair dye job that looks terrible, by the way.
It looks like it was running off the side of your face onto your maroon jacket there a couple times. But no,
kind of smelted together some of those hot early season games.
My take on this too is that for far too long, everyone, and it's so funny. Like when he first came out, man, breath of fresh air. Was talking kind of like what a rational coach would say.
Now he's he's got a talking point.
Yeah,
you just tell.
Man, you can tell somebody's just absolutely greasing the heck out of those pockets. I mean, he was getting paid $500,000 a year by Alabama, but he was trying to give Lane Kiffin advice
LSU,
where to go,
yeah.
And with LSU and all this stuff, man, it's just he's got so many contradictions and stuff going on in his world. That
don't forget, this guy has lied like hell, which all these coaches lie. Literally every coach lies, but
yeah,
I mean, he sat right up there for months, basically. Whenever he was still the coach of the Dolphins, I will not take the Alabama job, like vehemently. I will not be the next coach at Alabama. Yeah. And then about 3 days later, there he was. But just like he subpoenaed Congress or whatever you want to call it, a big, huge 200-something page letter, basically wanting to get rid of NIL. Won't stay to go back to the old way, basically when only the 4 or 5 the same teams every year had a chance to win it.
Well, and they were able to pay players without anybody knowing about it.
See, everybody's like,
and it was so cheap, and it was cheap back then too. It was a Dodge Charger and a couple $100 handshakes at the strip club.
I was talking to somebody today.
I mean, it got real expensive. That's what got mad about him. He's like, man, this doesn't make any sense.
No, it don't. I was talking to some guy today. He used to be a bag man kind of back in the day for Ole Miss. He was like, back in the 90s, we take $20,000 over there, and they'd be like,
you could get 10 players or 20.
They were like jumping up and down on their desk, Now, you'd insult somebody with $20,000. What the hell is this?
Remember when Cam Newton was supposed to have gotten like $87,000 or something like that from Mississippi State? Like that was the number, was some random $87,000. Like, how did they? Well,
what happened on that deal was, Cam Newton's daddy had his hand out. He took $100,000 from State and said, "All right, we're coming here." They turned around and took $100,000 from Auburn and went with Auburn.
And then you couldn't say anything. It's like, what
no,
he does?
Like, that guy did. I'm never forget.
Hey, man, somebody stole my drugs. You can't.
That was the guy. I'm gonna forget. The booster's name was Kenny Rogers for Mississippi State.
You gotta be kidding me.
And he did. He's like, man, F this. They took my damn money and gone to Auburn.
Kenny Rogers, sink that ship. The gamblers had absolutely not.
But counting back to Saban, like, look, for some reason, the NCAA let a few select teams, programs, buy players.
Yeah.
Now it's an even playing field. Anybody can buy players. It's literally so even. Alabama's like 14th right now in the recruiting.
Well, and Nick Saban knew how feckless the NCAA was before all this was going on, so the NCAA would go for low-hanging fruit at all times. They would go for layups because they knew they could win that, and it was good for press clippings for them. So
yeah, look, we hammered so-and-so.
They would never go after Alabama and hammer Alabama for anything. It was bad for their pocketbook. I mean,
they did hammer Alabama one time back in the 90s.
Yeah, but that
was Natron or something. Albert Means, I can't remember. The kid ended up signing with Memphis.
Yeah.
And what it was, one of the coaches went and paid his uncle or something $200,000 for a highlight tape. Here's your highlight tape. Here's $200,000. And it went across state lines, so somehow the FBI got involved.
Interstate commerce laws.
So that's the only reason they ever got hammered that time, is because, the FBI is already involved. We got to do something.
Fire. Sorry, yeah.
But Saban, he wrote Congress. He went and testified. I don't know how much he got paid to do that.
There's some lobbyists. Definitely.
Went and got paid by whoever, some lobbyist. Went and lobbied to Congress about NIL and how this dangerous and all. Look, and don't get me wrong, there needs to be guardrails put up. It is a wild west, but Nick Saban needs to be as far away from college sports as humanly possible. We need like a governing body that's not corrupt, that everybody can agree on. Yeah. Which is what the NCAA was supposed to be years and years and years ago, but
it's almost impossible to get impartial people these days. I mean, to be honest, it's really hard to find an impartial group. But anybody be better than Nick Saban being the dictator of college football, which I don't think that would ever fly anyway. But
he
but to try to regress everything back, I mean,
it's not going to happen. First of all,
once you open Pandora's box, you can only shut it so tightly with the amount of money you're paying these folks. But the market. Everybody always says, "Oh, the market will correct. The market will correct." It's like, well, not when you have these schools that are going in debt. I mean, you see a lot of folks.
Even Keith Carter said, "Look, what we're doing here is not sustainable. We're like 20.
Teetering.
We're going 20% higher salaries just like 2 years ago."
Yeah.
I mean, we can't keep going. Sooner or later, it's going to be a damn $1 billion. Well, $200 million.
Yeah. Well, you still got to pay your coaches. You got to still have all the
keep
other
up everything.
The money that comes with
the facilities and
I mean, you don't think all those fireworks and drones and all that stuff costs a lot of money too? Like the
keeping the lights on.
Yeah. Oh, it's a lot. It's a big business, and you saw a lot of it when these P&L numbers came out for all these schools, and they were all in the red. I mean, you gotta figure out how to make some money, even though it's running at a deficit is like the thing to do these days. But it's not sustainable at this juncture. But
another thing about Saban too, I want to say this before I forget about it. This is also the same guy who, when he went in front of Congress, took 2 cheap shots at Ole Miss.
Absolutely.
Like that, somebody who told him to do that. He didn't just do that.
No,
took a shot.
Not.
He took a shot at Ferretti. They had a kid on campus. Ole Miss just went and got him. We're going to held him at gunpoint, made him leave with us. Oh, you're our linebacker now. We got you behind the gun here. Get your ass in the bus.
I mean,
that's what he acted like.
And do you think that Nick Saban didn't take their raises when Alabama gave them to him?
And he called out Trinidad Chambliss.
He had a clause, and any time that anybody made more money than him,
he had to be
the highest paid coach. Are you kidding me? Like, this is just the call is coming from inside the room.
Get out of the house.
Get out of the dang house. It's him. It's
him. And he said he took a shot at us over about Luke Ferrelli leaving Clemson,
and then
who had never signed anything other than maybe like financial aid.
Yeah.
And you notice Dabo's has like walked his stuff back like so much.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
and then made it seem like Trinidad Chambliss was 46 years old.
Yeah, he made it out.
Yeah.
And Ole Miss has got a quarterback that just got an injunction for 12th year. Made it out to be. And look, the actual bill that he was up there lobbying for, Trinidad Chambliss would be eligible under said bill that he's actually lobbying for.
Yeah.
It looks like an ass hat.
That's everything you need to know right there.
I mean, it just him. I don't know. It's truly agonizing, and you got Urban Meyer too, acting like there's some like holier than thou. Like, I mean, it's laughable. I mean, it really is.
Don't you have a barmaid that checks some oil on?
23-year-old. When you're a 60-year-old man, I mean,
internet's forever.
I've done crinkled up my damn piece of paper over here, and I got so grumbled.
Grumbled over here.
Go to hell, Nick Saban, and change your hair dye. Miss Terry needs to hire a new hairdresser or something.
Great top shelf grumbling segment. Back to the roots.
Good summer.
Summer grumble.
Summer and grumble. Look, this is football season. We're full-fledged football. Go to Ole Miss 365.
Yeah, check it out.
We got recruits coming in left and right. And by the way, look. This recruiting staff, we have gotten
14 blue chips.
Well, 2 or 3 players in the last week that Alabama legitimately wanted that they didn't get. And anytime you do that,
by the way, Alabama's like 15th out of 16th in recruiting.
I said something about that earlier, I thought, but I mean it's just. And they're trying to say stuff like, "Well, our money's tied up," and I was like, "Well, you got 6 3-stars committed to you. Tie something else up for God's sake."
Listen, this is Nick Saban.
And I already did change everything.
We talked about this last time on the same pod. I mean, Nick Saban, this is how he drew it up. You don't want to be the guy after Nick Saban. You be the guy after the guy. And Nicky set it up where I don't think Kalen DeBoer is just not gonna flourish.
He's the one 8-4. Like he's gonna be at. He'll be at
Bowling Green before it's over with.
No, I think he's a real good cut. I mean, he took Washington to the CFP twice. I mean, he's gonna be at somewhere like hell, Washington. He might go back to Washington again. You can't. I guess one of those things. Grass is not always green. Don't you know he's just kicking himself in the ass?
Probably.
Why did I leave Seattle, Washington?
Pacific Northwest. Some rain up there.
It gets climate. 80 degrees.
Yeah.
At the most.
It's not baking your players on out on the field in practice.
The fan, you got good fan support. They're not like rabid. They're not going to come after you if you went go sure. 8-4 1 year.
Is there a Washington message board? There probably isn't.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
I'm just playing, but
there might not be.
Probably not be. Not to the extent of Roll Tide Mag or whatever it is.
That's like Forward Alabama. That's like Bama Online.
Bama Mag. No, Bama Mag is what it is. Bama Online, Bama Mag.
Bama Online was the first because it was like, oh my God, they're online. Bama Online.
Online, America Online. 1996.
Remember the old Ole Miss when it was called like the Scuttlebutt or something? You remember that?
No, I don't.
It was like the very early stage of the Spirit Board being on online. It was called the Scuttlebutt something. It was like, oh, you got on there and just like it was like a thread basically, and like it was like one long thread. You can say something about what you had for supper, and then down here it might be like, well, what do you think about old so and so from Loosedale committing to us? You know, it's just like a one never ending.
Back in the day.
But go to hell, Nick Saban. I love the. And look, every person that's not a fan of Alabama, Ohio State, Georgia, LSU, Texas, 8 or 10 schools. You can think in your mind who those 8 or 10 schools are, but everybody in the country besides those few schools are loving the parody. Yes, we all agree we need some guide rails, guidelines, whatever you want to call it.
Guardrails or guidelines.
Whatever, yes.
Guide rails.
And we got to, kind of shore some of that stuff up, but we're not going back to...
No.
We're not going back. There's no going back now.
The cat is out of the bag. Anyway,
moving on. One thing about Saban, also got this is also the same son of a that went and lobbied the NCAA to get rid of the hurry-up, no-huddle offenses, citing player safety, and then got laughed out of the room.
Citing job security is what it should have said.
And he had Burt Bielema for all people for some reason on his side up there backing him up.
Hey, he probably greased his pockets too. Grease his palms.
Go to hell, Nick Saban. Anyway, moving on.
Our sayings are bad tonight. Anyway, all right. This segment we started last week, we're going to go over 4 teams from the SEC. We're going to break them down a little short, just kind of a record and talking a little bit about
notes here and there.
A few notes here and there, nothing crazy, but just to get us into the football mindset here coming up. It's not far away. Not far away. You know, the kids go back to school the 31st of July.
That's so embarrassing.
It's blasphemy.
They're going to school in July now.
I'm
going to hold my thoughts on that.
They'll be out for 3 different weeks before the Christmas, though.
Yeah, they do get now. I will say this: they do give them more like in season. I guess you would say holidays. Now you get what 2 or 3 weeks for Christmas, a week for Thanksgiving. You get a week fall break.
I heard somebody talked about when you were young. We don't really love summer. We just love it because we got out of school for 3 months, basically. But it's just hot and miserable. But we just love it because they like playing it that way. So you would enjoy
summer.
it.
I love summer, but
degrees.
Man, I get tired of the hotness and the heat and
all the grass growing.
All the damn grass growing.
Anyway, moving on to our first team, we're going to talk about Texas A&M.
Texas A&M.
Mike Elko.
Mike Elko, who I think is a ball coach. He won at Duke. He just seems like he wants to be left alone and coach football. By the way, I saw the other day he's only like 44 years old. He looks like he's 65. I was like, my God, Mike Elko's only 46 years old.
No way he's only 6 years older than me. There's zero chance.
I swear, like I said, he looks like he's 65 years old.
If me and Mike Elko are walking down the aisle at Walmart, you think he's my dad. I'm sorry.
Granddad,
love you, Mike Elko.
But
anyway, it's all that. He's just burning the midnight oil with those X's and O's.
Won at Duke.
Yeah.
Went to the college football playoff last year, kind of under the radar.
Absolutely. Developed Marcel Reed pretty well.
The jury's still out on that. We'll see this year. He did improve.
Yeah, he
got the season for sure. Huge upside.
Yeah.
They got a pretty tough schedule here, but I don't know. Something's telling me they're going to be pretty good. I'm going with excuse me. 10-2 for the A&M Aggies this year.
10-2. I think if their offensive line improves as well too, it seems like Marcel's running for his life a few times last year.
And some of that may have been him just like
free balling it. Yeah.
Oh shit, I'm leaving.
Freelancing.
Free balling it. What's going on tonight?
Loose lips on the pod tonight.
Go to hell, Nick Saban. If you missed the front of it.
If you're just now joining us.
And go to Ole Miss 365. It's our recruiting season, and football's amping up. And
absolutely,
our football coverage this year, stay tuned, is going to be awesome. But anyway, moving along, Arkansas.
The Hogs.
Ryan Silverfield. It's kind of.
Are you high on the Hogs?
No.
No, not at all.
Arkansas it was like a bad. they should have.
They were the last person at the Sadie Hawkins dance that got picked.
I mean,
to be honest with you,
they should have somehow figured out a way to keep Sam Pittman one more year. This was like the worst year to be trying to find a coach. Look,
they got picked I think there's Ryan Silverfield was their like 6th or 7th choice.
They thought they had the guy that went to Auburn, Goalish.
Yeah,
even some places up there like announced, "Hey,
we announced it on this pod."
I forgot.
We saw it come across the wire mid pod and called it on the pod, and then woke up the next morning and we were like, "Never mind, that didn't happen."
Never materialized.
We get the same info as you guys get, to be honest with you.
But look, I listen to a lot of Memphis radio, and look, the Tiger fans were happy,
excited that he was
They were like, thank God this guy's gone. Now, he won like 8-9. I think he had a 10-win season in there, but Memphis has a bunch of corporate dollars with FedEx, and they spend more money than any other non-group of five, however you say it, team. So they're spending all this money, and we're not
group of 4 or whatever it is.
Yeah, whatever it is. So he has a chance to be a good coach. I still believe they say he's a good recruiter.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he got to where he's at. But
Arkansas to me is a big culture place too. Like, you got to fit there well, and I don't know. He's just unknown.
They were going in and getting all these kids out of Texas, and because they were in the SEC.
Yeah.
Now there's 2 SEC schools in that state.
Yeah.
And that's kind of cut that pipeline off. They still get some players out of Texas, but
and they do have the ability too. They are the only SEC school, big school in Arkansas, so they can get Arkansas.
They don't have
kids.
That much.
They don't have
that much of Arkansas. They don't have that much talent.
Too hilly over there.
I don't know what it is, but
there's a lot of Arkansas football talent. That's for sure.
They got to figure. They're getting some of the Walmart money. They hadn't really just been like, hey, here's a
blank check,
whatever you want. Yeah. Well, there's more to it than that too. But I'm going 5-7 for them this year, and that's kind of on the high end.
Yeah.
I don't like them. Their fans are assholes.
Heard that.
Moving along.
Go Hogs. Go Hogs.
Go Hogs. Crank up that jukebox.
Put the mashed potatoes.
Oh, yeah. Moving to Tennessee here.
Moving on. Tennessee Volunteers. Baby.
Josh Heupel is a good coach, in my opinion. Better than what he gets credit for.
Looks like an insurance salesman.
Really good offensive coach. His defense the past few years have just been atrocious, basically.
Swiss cheese, I think is the word you're looking for.
They hired all new defensive coaches, so I'm going to say the defense is going to be much improved.
It better be.
This is a big year for him. If he were to go 8-4, they may be firing his ass.
Yeah.
But
who do you go for? I mean, like,
that's one
Tennessee.
of those things. I mean, look, Tennessee's
got
Tennessee does. They got a bunch of money. They got the stadium. They got everything you need to win big. It's just somebody's got to lose these damn games. Everybody's not going to go 10-2 every year. You know?
The big stadium is no longer
what it was. I'm picking them. I think, like I said, I'm thinking their D is going to be way better. I'm picking them to go 10-2 this year.
10-2, wow.
They got kind of a little more favorable schedule.
Yeah.
Than
everybody's got to play. I'm saying what the 9 SEC games is going to change a lot more than we think. Having that extra game is going to take a lot out of some teams that may not.
For doing that.
Oh,
I don't understand why. Like,
it was money at the time. I mean, it was absolutely money at the time.
Well, we got one more team, and this is the 8th team on our list of 16 that we're going to be doing this during the summer.
Yeah.
LSU. I'm randomly drawing these teams out. Tell you, by the way,
Louisiana State Tigers.
And look, I want to say this before I get started on this. I think Lane is going to win big at LSU, and if he can stay up his own way, that's kind of a big if. But
yeah,
they will eat his ass alive down there. First time he I can't believe they must have got on his ass. His man has not tweeted.
No, they must have.
Don't you know he's like about to damn just
shut it down?
Can you not believe he's?
He'll come out reborn and and feeling refreshed and as ever and all that stuff. Their biggest question is Sam Levitt. Is he going to be what is advertised?
He's not healthy. He's got a foot or something injury.
And is he only propped up by Cam Scatterbo's amazing ability for one season?
Well, I've watched him play a bunch of football. I watch a lot of football, and he's pretty good, but he's not worth what they paid him. They could have got somebody way better, I think.
And everybody says that okay, all right, if he had an LSU offensive line and LSU receivers, and everybody projects these people.
He's also going to have SEC defenses run down his ass.
That's what I'm saying. Is everyone looks at if he only had this, if he only had that, but they don't go, well, if he only wasn't playing against inferior defenses as well too, which he's going to take these new players and still have to play against them.
I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback. I'm just saying.
Yeah, they've got questions for sure.
And Lane's already kind of been trying to temper expectations. Well, I don't know about this year. We might not be there. And the rumblings are that their defense looked terrible in the spring and early part of all that. So,
you think Blake Baker may be kicking himself a little bit by not taking the Tulane job?
Somebody said that they strong armed his ass.
Yeah.
Or strong armed Tulane into saying. No. We don't want you anymore.
Yeah, look somewhere else.
Yeah, don't hire him.
I wonder how much that cost. Probably a couple children's hospitals.
Probably so.
Anyway.
Those lovable scamps down the bayou are at it again,
We really love our LSU Tigers. Although I'm a big fan. I watched that YouTube golf thing. John Peterson, what a watch. Good guy.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Former LSU
Tiger
player. He played with Smiley Kaufman and them down at LSU, and great watch. Very, very interesting stuff. And it he's 37, so it's fun to watch someone who's closer to your age out there playing the YouTube golf, because he sounded like us playing golf instead of the kids. I say the kids out there. But he was like, oh my God, every shot. And he was like, I hadn't woken up this morning on that one. It's absolutely hits a rope hook. But anyway, good LSU person. That's a rarity.
Rarity in this,
these days. Also, Smiley Kaufman's a good LSU guy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We get to our wide world of golf situation, we'll talk about that. But anyway, back to LSU football. They got some pieces from us that at least one of them I think is going to be a downgrade and probably won't play as much in the linebacker. His name escapes me now, but
TJ
Doherty or whatever it was, because he changed his name because he was taking pictures of his buddies in the locker room in Clemson.
Oh, I thought it was allegedly. High school or something like what? Oh yeah,
no, it was Clemson. Anyway.
Very weird situation there.
And then Prince Well can't stop the run. Amon Yellen.
The only one I'm sad about. I wanted to keep Prince Well too, because I think he got huge upside. Yeah. But I wanted to keep the O lineman as well. I can't remember. He's from Louisiana.
Devin Harper.
Said he was homesick.
Yeah, Devin Harper.
Main reason he left, but
he was a good prospect for sure.
But
wow, but they just rated us.
According to
everybody else, they rated us.
Well, according to a couple disingenuous LSU people, I'm gonna try to be. I'm gonna say some ugly words. They know damn well they didn't rate us. They thought they were gonna get Trinidad and Lacey and hell whoever they wanted, and they got.
Oh, you got Winnie Watkins too.
Winnie Walrus. They got literally. They got what three players, and two of them you say we wanted maybe.
Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. You want to go? You want to go?
We upgraded on one.
Yeah.
And Mr. Luke Ferrelli, friend of the Ole Miss 365, by the way.
Absolutely. Was on Radio Ray's pod. That was fun.
And they had ate pizza.
And ate pizza. Yeah, absolutely.
And Keaton Thomas won that. I think it all went to his biceps, but I'm not sure. But no, back on LSU. Look, I think Lane's going to win there if he can stay out of his way. They don't just eat him alive. He's one of the best quarterback coaches / play callers when he is not coaching recklessly and coaching like he knows he should.
Yeah,
he's one of the best play callers, if not the best play caller in the country.
I think there's also a little bit about him when he coaches. he doesn't really have a lot of pressure on him because I don't think he has the capacity to really to feel the pressure as much.
He's gonna feel it down there.
Yes, what I'm saying is I was I'm curious to see how he's going to deal with it, down there. And when he takes a bad loss, it ain't going to be the same as it was up here. Or, can he rebound? And like I said, I think he's going to win a lot of ball games.
Oh, so you're saying after he loses to Florida, he's not going to tweet a picture of an alligator?
But right
I may go to Florida.
Yeah.
Was it right before the game?
I think it was right. Yeah, it was right before the game. Yeah, an alligator.
And we lost.
Yeah.
Looked terrible.
Absolutely terrible. Terrible. So what you got LSU going? What's your record?
Like I said, I'm on record. I think Lane's going to win big, but this year I'm going 8-4. I just don't think they got that good of a team this year.
Yeah, their schedule's not super easy either, too. So
no,
I mean not anybody is, but
To me, everybody's kind of talking about our game with them for LSU. They got Clemson in the first ball game.
Yeah.
And I mean they should win that game, but it's at LSU.
Yeah, I think Dabo might be mad.
Oh, he's definitely mad.
And you know what? If you can't take it out on Ole Miss, might as well take it out on LSU, right?
Take it out on LSU. Next best thing. Of course, we better be ready for Ole Miss. Better be ready for Louisville as well. But.
Yeah, that's very true. Very true. I saw where the seats aren't really selling like they thought they would for that opening game. It's just. And we'll be in Nashville twice in 4 weeks because we'll go there for
it's gonna be hotter than the hinges of hell up there.
Absolutely, it's gonna be hot.
I was thinking of I can't believe the way TVs and stuff are and all that now. Yeah. I really can't believe that as many people still go to the games as go to the games.
Yeah, well. It's an experience, and people love.
Well, they're pricing everybody out too. Yeah. I mean, my God.
Well, they know there's people who are going to pay that money to even go, or just to buy the ticket. They might not even go.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing is that they go by tickets sold, not by butts in the seats.
That's all I've got tonight on. I don't know what we're going to call this segment, the SEC football roundup segment with.
Yeah. That's a great name. I'll take that.
Which we've got, like I said, we've done 4 teams last week. We did 4 tonight, so we still got how many left? 8 left.
Yeah, we got 4 and 4 and 4. The 4 and 4 16. Anyway,
are you sure? Are
you sure? Well, thank you guys for.
Let's talk about what about the wonderful wide world of golf. We really don't have anything really this week. The Scottish Open's this week.
Everybody's qualifying for the Open.
The British will be next week.
We talked about the YouTube golf tour thing the other day just a little bit. That was kind of cool. I mean, like I said, we don't watch a whole lot of that, but I've tuned in just because there were some interesting characters and they had some wild cards. They had Michael Block on there, and it was kind of weird though because they said something. They recorded him being mad at the end of it because he lost, and he was just like, "Man, I shut up here for 9 holes," and and he was like grumbling real bad. And then they apologized like the next day. And
sorry for Michael Block.
Somebody's like, "Wait a minute!" It's like, "No, don't do that." Like,
no.
You caught the content. That's what it is. Like, that's what it's for. Michael Block should be the one that said, if he's not mad, you don't say anything, or if you don't want anybody to hear anything, don't say anything.
He should have said something. Hey, I'm sorry. How I acted
or like
on
take this off the air. I don't know. Whatever. Maybe his people called and said something.
Is Jackson Suber in the British Open?
I don't know if he is. I do not know.
He should be. If he's not, he's been. I don't know how all that works. They changed it up a lot of the parameters
for that. No, they're having I saw a thing they're having before the Open though. It's called like the Last Chance or the One Spot or something like that. And it's
are they?
Like 8 golfers and they're all playing over there. I think it's Carnoustie. I think it's where they're playing.
I hadn't seen that.
I can't remember where they're playing anyway. But they're gonna like play at the venue for one round and whoever wins gets to play in the Open. So it'll be pretty cool. Wesley Bryan is one of the competitors because he was one of the last out of one of the qualifiers too. I think it's a bunch of like people who just missed qualifying.
Sergio Garcia playing.
God, I hope not.
Pray
for the bunkers.
He already withdrew or something, talking about he had food poison. This was like 2 weeks ago.
Don't eat the clam chowder.
It's turned.
Yeah. All right. I think that's all we got for tonight.
That's all we got. Hotty toddy.
Thank you guys. Go over and check out OleMiss365.com. You can find all Ole Miss sports. We're doing recruiting and all kinds of stuff coming up for football, all kinds of stories over there. Also, thank you to our title sponsor here, Drew Chapman with Patty Turk Properties, 662-317-1331. He can help you out with anything with your real estate needs. Y'all have a good night and hotty toddy.